segregation.
100% disagree.
Dead and bring it back. I want to know where I'm not welcome, okay? Put them signs back up. Colors only, whites only. Let's do it, all right? Rip the Band-Aid off, especially for a restaurant. Are you kidding me? Whites only? What do I want to do in there? What they got? Mashed potatoes, mayonnaise, hot dogs. Colors only, we got seasoning, turmeric, paprika.
Okay, I like this.
Okay.
You're saying that the black excellence.
Absolutely.
The segregation is to get the
colored excellence.
Okay.
Okay. What's the playlist in the whites only spot? They playing Carrie Underwood and Kid Rock. We playing Babyface and Diggable Planets. Ain't no overhead lighting. What are you talking about?
Wait, where am I going?
Colors.
Hell yeah.
Look at his hair. Talk about where am I going? That's the problem with North Africans.
That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. I'm in. 100% agree. Let's go.
Talk about where I'm going.
Oh, man. Yeah.
What happens to you in the summertime?
Where are we putting the Italians?
Listen.
I just want to know.
I don't need their food. I don't like tomatoes.
Okay, so they're going on the white side.
Black people spend over $1 trillion a year. I would love for the government to force us to spend it on our own people.
This is very good.
Yeah,
I like this a lot.
I brought you over to the side.
And the black airplane?
Oh, come on. The Soul Plane, baby.
I want to be on Soul Plane.
Yes, it's going to be noisy on there, but that's what noise cancellation headphones are for. You know what I'm saying?
And they're going to have all the good movies?
All the good movies, all the good music.
Oh, man.
And while we at it, bring back sundown towns. They never left, but...
What's that?
Well, a sundown town was back in the day during Jim Crow where black people weren't allowed to be in a town after the sunset.
Wow.
So those towns never left. They still exist in America, but they took the signs down. I want them to put the signs back up. I wanted to say 248 miles to the next town that likes colored people. Get your gas in Atlanta. Don't stop till you get to Savannah. All right?
I'm with her.
He with me.
Now, what this sister is saying is something that I echo. I say all the time. Something that I've realized when I came into the truth. Something that I've been taught. And the dynamics is very easy to understand when you look at the history of black people being segregated versus integrated. Now, this sister, she said it in a way, excuse me, she said it in a way where it's laughable. Like, yeah, let's bring back segregation. What do white people got? What do you got? Mayonnaise and raisin potato salad, and black people got seasoning. You know what I'm saying? Listen to the music you guys listen to versus the music we listen to. Sundown towns, like they still exist. And speaking of sundown towns, you know what I mean? Like, we can't forget what just happened with the twins, the brothers in Georgia, where their bodies were found in a sundown town. We can't forget about Javion McGee, where they said that he unalived himself, and that was in a historical sundown town. But the point is that segregation would actually protect black people. And she said something else that was heavy. She said the government making black people spend money only with black people. I mean, it's a genius idea, and maybe the word make might make somebody feel uncomfortable, like the government is making you spend money with your own race. But because we're such a destroyed people, we need something like that. We need something to realize, like, yeah, maybe if we come together, maybe if we spend money with one, we always talk about Black Wall Street, and we always talk about these places where they patronized, black businesses. Black people dealt with one another. The dollar circulated within the community. We always talk about that thing, but we don't do it. You know what I mean? You still see black people, they spend their money with Gucci and with, designer brands, and, these brands that are billion-dollar companies, whereas they overlook black people that have their businesses. And if the price don't seem right, we try to argue our own people down like it's too high. What this sister is saying, right? What she's saying about segregation. Now, when you think about the first historical black colleges were built during segregation, when you think about all of those towns and those cities that were built during segregation, you can't really argue the point that we should go back to segregation, because we ain't been that great since the time of segregation. Like, black people ain't did nothing really that great as far as institutional wise, as far on a big scale. I'm not saying black people in it personally, like, individuals. I'm not saying that. I'm saying on a big scale, it was at a time we were doing these things when we knew that certain groups of people didn't want us around anyway. And it's like you go sit down somewhere, you want to go sit down and eat. You thinking the grass is greener on the other side, and you want to go down and sit and eat over there when this person doesn't even want you there. I mean, you got to really think about the psychology of that. It's like, you don't think they're going to put nothing in your food? You really think they're going to cook you a good meal? You know what I'm saying? Like, now I want to go where I'm wanted. I want to go where I walk in and somebody is warm and inviting and smiles at me and cooks me a good meal. That's where I want to go. I want to be around people I know that if I'm in a situation, they're not just going to walk by, they're going to have compassion on me. They're going to try to help me. You know what I mean? I want to know, put the signs up, put the signs up that say no black people allowed here. Like she said, sundown towns. So you're in a town and you don't even know you're in a town in America that's supposed to be post-racial. That's supposed to be a place where they done got past race. You're in a town in America that once it gets dark, you're in danger of your life getting taken from people who don't want you there, but you have no clue. You just a passerby. You just passing through somewhere. You want to stop at a gas station, get something to eat, not knowing this. No, put up the signs. Put up the signs so I know where I'm at. Matter of fact, if you don't like me, you don't like my people, let me know up front instead of being a closet racist. I would appreciate somebody up front just telling me to my face they don't like me. And that's respectful. You know what I'm saying? I can respect that. I can't respect the coward that acts like, smiles in your face and, acts as though you're welcome when they despise you and they don't even want you around. That's cowardly. But that's the energy we have been dealing with for forever. But what she's saying is the truth. Is like, bring it back. And I'm with her with that. And that's half the battle. Half the battle is understanding that we're so far gone that the only way that we can learn to love one another is in order for us to be with one another, be around one another continually for a long period of time and have to deal with one another and have to work things out and weed out even the bad people, the evil and wicked and criminals of our people, because we're not perfect. We got all of those. We got all of the elements that any other race has, but at least we'll know where we stand. At least we won't have to worry about our young sisters coming up missing, right? At least we won't have to worry about that. We won't have to worry about all of the things that we're suffering from. And just to add on to that, I was going to say this, but that's why I think what Donald Trump is doing is really good. It's great. The Department of Education, the tariffs. Now, as things start to get worse and get bad, that's going to force Black people to come together. That's why it's good, because it's going to force our people to start to think differently. It's going to force our people to start to see that a lot of things that we're on, a lot of mind state, a lot of, a lot of the ways we think are meaningless and they're futile. And we won't be able to survive this world as things get rougher and rougher and money gets tighter and tighter and resources get less and less and food gets short and short. Then you're going to really need your brothers and sisters.